Hello and welcome to another episode of Nurse Amy Academy. Thank you so much for joining. I'm always eternally, I'm forever grateful to all my supporters because you all keep me going. So I got another, actually from one of my online students, about how to get over the anxiety of going to test. It's interesting because I have talked about this in my videos. I have videos about this, getting over your anxiety. Anxiety is good. There's really nothing bad about having an anxiety. The only bad thing is if it stops you from being productive. Okay, so stress is good as long as it gets you into a positive state of mind where you can be productive. The only bad thing is if you get into that frame of mind where you freeze or you forget. So I always tell my students, don't overstress it. I go through stress. I still take exams. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually on my NP route. And yeah, there are times when the exam is coming on, or let's not even talk about that. There's a new business and I'm starting out. For those of you who don't know, please go visit Glam Care Academy and support me there also. I'm starting my side hustle and making it a main hustle. But anyway, that's good stress, because I stress about getting space. I stress about getting situated in the right way so I don't fail. Nobody wants to fail. So it's easy to say don't stress. Stress is good. I don't tell people not to stress. Go ahead, stress. However, don't get to the point where you freeze. Okay. So, there's a book. There's actually an ebook. I'm sure you all be glad it's here. Yes, I got an ebook on what to do to prepare, how to prepare for your CNA exam, and I have shared those tips here even on my channel. I shared in my class with my students the things to do when you're getting to that point where you think you're ready to state test. Things you should have in place. Not just before the day, but also the day of the testing. Okay, so people don't know this. A lot of people don't know this, and I'm just telling you, it's good to smile. Go ahead and smile. I tell my students, go ahead and smile. Smile has a way of getting people, giving out positive energy. Does that make sense? It attracts people. It attracts goodwill. It attracts positivity. So go ahead and smile. And I do remember because I always teach this in my class, when my students were asking me, well, yeah, we wear masks now. Why? Who sees it? Well, think about this. They tell you when you're talking on the phone, right? You should smile. Now, the other person on the phone, on the other side of the phone, isn't seeing you. So why are they asking you to smile? Because it carries across the waves, the sound waves. It does carry across. It changes the way you say things, the way you're pronouncing things. It changes your attitude, and the person on the receiving end gets it. So that's why I always tell my students, go ahead and smile. It doesn't cost you anything. Learn to smile. Learn to smile. If you're not a smiling person, please try and learn it before you go for your exam. I always smile. Do I feel like smiling all the time? No. But I know also sometimes I come across as very strict or very stern. So I break my sentences or my delivery with a smile just to let them know, oh, okay, she's not as bad as she looks. I can tell you this. A lot of my students, when I tell them this, they're like, oh, no, but it's true. I have what you call RBF. For those of you who don't know it, research it. I first learned this from my daughter. She's like, Mom, you've got this. I'm like, what was that? What's that? And she tells me, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I do. So I can appear or come off intimidating to people. So I tend to smile to break that fierceness that my look has. So smile works. Smile works. Another thing is be polite. Why? First of all, I'm not a rude person. So this is a big thing for me. Why are you rude? First of all, why are you rude to people who can, whether you like it or not, in a very transient form, change the direction of your life? Let me explain that to you. You go to a testing site and you're rude. Now, for that, how many hours you're going to be there? You are under the, should I say, the influence of your test observer, right? Your test observer, one way or the other, can influence what direction you go for in that period. It doesn't mean they're going to influence the direction of your life. No, they could delay your pace. Are you understanding me? So you're rude to this person and they fail you. Well, that has caused some kind of change in your trajectory, right? Now, does it mean you're not going to pass anymore? You will still pass. It just means you have to go retake it now. So that's what I meant by, in their own little way, they can change the trajectory, you know? So instead of failing, you could have just passed and moved on. It doesn't mean that you're not going to pass ever again. So please understand that. So again, I have the ebook out. Hopefully it does help you, because my students have been on me. Oh my God, you've been saying you're gonna get this book out. Well, it's out now. It's on Amazon. It's there's an ebook and there's also a physical paperback. I just did that, and hopefully you all can get it, and hopefully it helps you. But what I do is just talk about things that would help you control and manage your anxiety, things that can help you at the testing sites. You know, I tell my students, whenever you get a chance, first of all, I need to mention here, you can have all of the do this, do that, do this. If you don't have the skills, it's not going to help you. Okay. It might have them rooting for you. It's always good. But then if you're that bad, what do you want them to do? Say, for instance, you go to get bedpan and you didn't record the urine. What can they do? You can smile, you can be polite, you can be professional, you can be all of those things, and you didn't do your skills right. So please, you have to know your skills, okay? So I'm hoping that this episode, I don't want it to be too long, but I hope it does help you. And please, I'm going to leave the link below for the book, and hopefully it helps you, all right? So take care. I'll catch you in the next video. Smile.